Hi guys, my name is Isabella Greene. Today I want to tell you a fun story about my station in space. That has been coming up for me for a number of years now. Some time ago I became aware that I have an office in space and that I do all different kinds of work from that space, expanding into many different dimensions, locations, and all the way down here into this physical incarnation. But I did not know exactly. I just had glimpses of that space and that feeling of being the being on that station, or being that station itself. I was actually joking when I used to say that, oh, I am an upgrade station. Well, little did I knew, I actually am an upgrade station. And so here I am going to share with you what came through in the quantum healing hypnosis session. I'm actually also going to attach part of the recording of that session at the end of this video, so you are able to listen to that for yourself if you so desire. The first thing that I observed once I went out of the human form and into the space of deep, being deep under, deep hypnosis, was that I was in space. Well, what else is new, right? We're all in space, in the void. But here I am in space, and I am a shape, but I am not just a shape. I am the consciousness that is constituted and that is able to create that shape, so that other beings and other consciousnesses can recognize that as a station, as a spot, as a location that they can enter to have some work done on them. And the work that is done is upgrades and different types of tweaking and corrections and different types of reconnecting of things and adjustments for their missions. So my higher self is describing that, my higher self, who is me on that station, who is also that station. It is consciousness that is capable of creating a visual for others, and it has a metallic texture to it, kind of thing. It's more like a frequency. It's not really the metal itself, but if we were to look at it from a human perspective, it is a metal that does not exist on Earth. Vibranium, I don't know. So there is that structure suspended in space, and that structure is presently located on a very busy spot. That's what the higher self is saying, that it's located in a really busy spot where there's a lot of soul traffic, and there's a lot of traffic of non-physical beings that are moving from one location to the next, going from one mission to the next. And so that is kind of like a booth in space that they can enter and go in there to have their adjustments done to be prepared for the next location and the next mission. What I also observed was that inside that station, when no one is there, when the beings are not in to have their work done, it's just consciousness. It's just an empty space. But when the beings come in, and I, through that quantum healing hypnosis session, I got to experience what it is to be that being, that consciousness, and to do the work with other beings too. And so when the other beings come into the station, various tools that are required for each different type of frequency of each individual being are created by me, who is the consciousness, who is a part of this station. And so as a part of that station, I'm also able to create equipment that is required for different sessions or different adjustments. Like I had to do energetic surgery kind of thing, you know, remove an implant for a being and that I brought into that station, that came into that station. And so to get that done, I actually all of a sudden was observing that there is this equipment that looked like surgical equipment, but you know, of course it's my human brain translating all that into imagery, but the idea is that that station is capable of producing any sort of tool that is required to work with any type of being that stops there for adjustment. Right? How about that? Also, the higher self, or that consciousness from that station, shared that that station has always been there. Meaning, it does not have, there is no specific time frame when it started. It didn't begin a million years ago, or 200,000 years ago, or 200 years ago. It was always a part of this reality, meaning it's now in this galaxy. Before this galaxy existed, that station was in a different galaxy. So that's a mobile booth. It's a mobile adjustment booth that moves from location to location. Right now we happen to be on Earth, where there is a lot of excitement and a lot of soul traffic and a lot of all kinds of stuff happening. And so, hey, the booth is in the central location here because a lot of work needs to be done. It is a solitary being. It works on by itself. It doesn't really have any team and never did. It is very effective on its own. It is content within its work, and the only purpose of existence of that consciousness and that booth and that upgrade station is to do that work. There is absolutely not a thread of any other kind of interest or desire in the structure, the fiber of that consciousness. And so that's the consciousness that I'm pulling into this reality through my soul stream. That booth and that consciousness is also capable of creating offshoots of itself and sending it into different realities. And I observed how that was done, and that it went into what I experienced as the red planet, my famous red planet. I always was wondering what was that. But the red planet was a transitional space where a part of the consciousness of my upgrade station was sent, and it was kind of adjusting itself to having this first like semi-body kind of, and then preparing itself to go into Earth altogether. So there's like an incarnation in between. So you can just apparently. The choice was not to go directly from that station, but go into the transitional space in the red planet, get used to what it is living in the community, or sharing consciousness with other beings, and then experience yourself as that. And from that space it went to Earth, drop in frequency more and more, until I'm able here now to be sitting here talking to you guys from the physical form. But the connection with that station, my station is space, is exceptionally powerful. All of the information, all of the work, all of the knowledge that I am receiving, everything that I am representing here is connected to that station. Ooh, wow. Yeah. And it's a really exciting thought, and it was really exciting for me to experience myself as that, experience myself and see what I can do, experience how much work is done, and what really is the focused attention and focused purpose of my entire soul stream. Alright guys, here I'm going to attach now the recording that talks about my station a little bit. I sound pretty funny there because I am under hypnosis. I'm like deep in that deep space, but that is not really me talking. This is the higher self talking, because the therapist or the facilitator of that session requested direct communication with the higher self, and so the higher self is describing my station. So this is a little bit of a supported material here to what I was just sharing with you. I don't think it's physical, but I can see it's made of panels on the outside, and I just float in right through these panels into there. And it is that shape. It's shaped to host, or to hold that geometric form. That's the crystal-like form. So the station is shaped the same way. It's made out of that metal.
looks like white, lighter colored metal on the outside, but it's not really metal. It's a thought form. I'm just right now seeing it as metal, and this is where I work.
If you look down at your feet, do you have a body? Do you sense you have a body here?
Doesn't seem like a body. I do have I'm like a form, probably the same form as that station. So the station, the walls that look like they're made of metal, they're kind of just a marker, or like a, so others can find it and come in, so they know where to go. That's why. But inside is me, and I don't seem to have a body. I have a shape, same like that crystal shape, like the like what they called tree of life in Kabbalah, but upside down with the pointy piece on top, and it's much longer than what the humans draw in their Kabbalistic teachings. And I have this metallic quality, kind of shimmering. It's a frequency. It's not a substance. It's like a silver light, but not silver, like a metallic light. So that light is condensed and it makes the walls of the station. But I am inside of it. I'm also a part of that.
So what is the work that you do here?
Adjustments for missions.
For missions, for other beings?
Yeah, they come from all over the place. Anyone who travels through that space where my station is, they can stop by and get prepared or receive adjustments so they can continue where they're going, and they are ready for it, both energetically and in whichever way they need to be adjusted on their way to their missions. So I am a mission adjuster, something like that.
And when is it that you do this work?
What was the question?
When is it that you do this work? Are you always here in this place? Well,
it looks like the station is positioned in the main travel route for the souls and the beings who seem to be moving through that spot a lot. And so this is like, I have like a booth, like a station there, and they come in, and yes, I am always, that's all I do. I always work. I'm always there for anyone who needs an adjustment for their mission. They come in and they basically they travel through that booth. It almost seems like they have to go through that. I don't know if they choose to, or if they have to go before they are able to take the state of being for the next mission. Wow.
So is the time where you're describing this station is this in?
Always.
Current time in 2018 and...
It's always been there. We don't have time.
Okay. So there's an aspect of you that is always there.
I've been here always. I don't know. If I ask when I took that job, maybe I will remember something
So
else.
while your essence is having other incarnations, you're still there?
Yes. That's kind of like an overhead. I think I might produce forms and send them on missions as a part of myself to other places, but that station is there, and that station moved, and it can move. It's just suspended right now on that busy route, but it was somewhere else before it can be transported. I choose to put it where the traffic of the beings and the souls on the way to their missions is the highest. And it was not always in this galaxy. It was somewhere else before, but I don't remember. Now I am in this galaxy. I've been in this galaxy since the galaxy started.
So can I have you move forward or backward through space and time to an incarnation of your being, to a time and place that is significant for you right now? So
No.
where are you finding yourself?
I'm seeing that red planet again. I now see that it is the connection. There is a connection between the station in space and the red planet. For me to take that mission, I had to go to the red planet first, because it dropped my frequency from the station to that planet. And it's a shared consciousness space, and the mountain is the mother energy there.
Do you have a body?
Not really, but I have a form, and it's more of I have a consciousness form. It's more of if we have to call it something, it would be like a humanoid form. It's not a geometric form, so it's closer to the humanoid form. It is non-physical. We're the signal from the mother energy, which is the mountain, and the planet is transmitting, and we're communicating all together as a collective consciousness with the mother energy of that planet. And I can feel others around. It's almost like seeing shadows, but they're not physical. But the shadows or the forms that they're embodying would be kind of humanoid, probably, and that have the head and the legs and the arms.
So what is your mission and your purpose here on the red planet?
That's a transitional space. I came here so I can be adjusted before I go into Earth.
So, Let's look at a predominant Earth incarnation. Can you go to an Earth incarnation that would be significant to this session that we're doing today?
This one. Seems like it's this one.
So tell me why this one is predominant, is important for you to know, to be here now. Why did you come here now? As Isabella.
Because this is the first time I remember a lot of what I am. Other ones were in total amnesia.
So I have permission to speak to her higher self.
Yes.
So do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
So what is the purpose of showing her the station?
That's where everything in her stream originates from and is connected to that at all times.
And is that also connected to the red planet?
The red planet was a transitional space.
So is this station her actual origin? She asked to know what her origin is, her home planet, or where she originates from.
She does not have a home planet.
Mm-hmm.
She's been here always.
At the station?
No. In the void, in the infinite space.
Mm.
She can take different shapes if she wants. She can become different beings if she wants. But her origin is infinite.
Okay. And what is her purpose here, her mission on Earth right now? Why did she come this lifetime? What's her mission?
To re-empower others.
To empower others?
Yes.
So is this the main lesson she's agreed to experience in this lifetime, to empower others?
To remember her own powerful state of being and to teach others to remember theirs.
Beautiful. Okay. So what about you, her higher self? Do you have a name that you would like her to be aware of?
Creator being.
Creator being. And why do you come to her as the Tree of Life?
That's a coincidence.
Mm-hmm. So it's not actually it.
The Tree of Life is a diagram that humans created as to portray the structure of reality. I represent the structure of reality. This is why she is experiencing me in that shape.
Mm-hmm. Because it's what you represent.
I am the structure of reality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and that was pretty interesting. Who can come up with this kind of stories, right? Well, thank you for tuning in today. If you'd like to have a session with me, you can reach me at IsabellaGreene.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more fun videos every week. I love you. Take care. Namaste.